these first couple weeks of the offensive line? How do you feel about just generally the progress you guys have made?
Yeah, I think there has been some progress there. Again, I mean, there's a lot of things for us to work on, which is, it's a good sign, but it's also a sign that, we've got to become better as a unit. But, I'm proud of, some of the things we've accomplished, some of the areas we've grown in, but it's good to know that we've still got areas to grow in.
I know you stepped into the season knowing that you were going to step into more of a leadership role. I guess I wonder, is that something that you feel like always came naturally to you, or has that been a change, even just mentally for yourself?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say I've always naturally been a leader. I happen to be a captain in high school, and I happen to be a captain in college, but I wouldn't say leadership's been a thing that naturally came to me. It's been something I've had to work on, talk a lot about it, with the staff and with some veteran guys over the years. As I've had to grow as a player and become better, I've had to grow as a leader and become better as well.
What's been maybe some of the best advice you've gotten in that and how to take a role like that?
Yeah, I think a lot of it, has to be built obviously by your actions and how you present yourself and how you handle your stuff. But kind of once that baseline is formed, really the biggest thing is being vocal, and it's holding other guys accountable, and it's bringing other guys along to that standard, and it's not accepting anything less than that. And it's just, the biggest part there is just being vocal and just stopping it now and being direct and things like that.
Is it just the vocal aspect of it that was not necessarily natural?
Probably. I think I just kind of naturally lead by example, but as we've talked about, leading by example sometimes is not leading. So, yeah, certainly vocal is the area I've improved on the most.
Is there a moment maybe this offseason where that sort of clicked for you, like, hey, I do need to take more of an active role, or did someone tell you that?
Yeah, I think, again, it is a couple conversations I've had with, the staff over the years, and whether it's this off season or last off season, it's been both off seasons, and certain areas there's a lot of things that happen naturally. Obviously, just being an old lineman, being an older guy, you talk more, guys look to you more, being a center, things like that. But in terms of the team role, it's something I've had to grow with.
I was going to say, did the position change exacerbate that need at all?
Maybe, yeah, no doubt.
Just because you're kind of...
Yeah, just because it's already happening so much, you're already speaking so much, guys are already looking to you so much. Treat the whole team the same way as you treat the offensive line.
What stood out to you on tape about the way you guys were able to run the ball?
Yeah, I was proud of how we set the tone, coming out of the gates. Coaches did a good job of preparing us for a couple of the different things that they switched up and did throughout the game. But I thought we executed well overall. A couple times we weren't on the same page. A couple times we didn't do our jobs. But, overall proud of our group, and we just got to keep going and keep taking those steps.
When a team grows something that maybe you haven't seen before, what's the difference on the sideline? Having the tablets there now, is there a huge difference in how quickly you can sort of see that and get adjusted?
Certainly. Yeah, it's definitely a big difference. You don't have to rely on what did you see out there. It's like, all right, well, here it is. We can all see it. Let's all look at it, and let's all make the adjustments with Coach. They get their plan from Coach Riley and Coach Henson, and they give it straight to us. So it's definitely an adjustment, and, obviously whichever team can continuously make those adjustments with the help of the tablets has got a competitive advantage.
Easton Mascarenas Arnold came in this offseason, and he's kind of quickly become a leader on this team. What are the qualities you've seen him be a leader and just overall him so far?
Yeah, he's certainly stepped into that role from the day he got here, and it starts with his work ethic. He's got a great work ethic. He's a great dude, on and off the field, and he just really takes pride in everything he does, and I think that's kind of the big baseline for him, and then, he's just built on that and grown from there.
Now that you've been in game at center multiple times, is there any aspect of that transition that's been hardest?
I think there's always, it always depends on the situation and the circumstance and kind of what you're asked to do at any given moment. So I wouldn't say it's one thing in particular, but there are obviously different challenges that come up, here and there.
Where are you guys as a line? Where do you feel you guys are right now? Kind of communication, same page, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think, for the most part, it's going well, and a lot of that relies on me. But, there's still, like I said earlier, some areas that we need to improve on, and that also, falls back on me at the end of the day. Whether it's one guy that's maybe not sure, he hesitates a little bit, that's all it takes for us to not, do our jobs as the five of us up front.